No mercy.
What up, everybody? This is your boy DJ Mixmaster, and welcome back to Soul Calibur 3. So we're our Tales of Souls. Last time we ended up doing the Tale of Kilik, and so we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next character, our next soul, if you will, and that is going to be Mitsurugi. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Even the Tangashima rifles, which he had once considered his greatest enemy, no longer concerned Mitsurugi. He had lost interest in the ultimate weapon, Soul Edge, as well. It was at this time that Mitsurugi was attacked by forces pursuing the fragments of Soul Edge. He fended off his attackers and noticed that their garments resembled those of the female ninja who had stood in his path many times in the past. Was something happening in Japan? Mitsurugi decided it was time to return to his homeland. It was at the end of Warring States period. The Nagashima Mitsurugi, upon returning, had refused to submit to Tokiomi and were preparing to make their last stand as proud men of the sea. Mitsurugi immediately agreed to join the fight and began preparations for battle. Man, try to say all of that, I ended up getting tongue-tied. Alright, so episode 1, Battle in the Street. At that time, Japan was being unified, and the forces that opposed that rule were putting up their final struggle. The Murakami Navy, with which Mitsurugi had once been affiliated, was also preparing a counterattack against its enemies. Mitsurugi, known for his skill with the sword, was welcomed, and he decided to aid their battle. He thought that perhaps this battle might fill the void inside himself.
Now two souls are fiercely entangled.
If you're going to stand in my way, you're dead. What do you want, you bastard?
Versus Samurai. Fight! You win!
Too easy. Don't waste my time.
The operation was a success, but Mitsurugi did not feel fulfilled. Upon hearing rumors that from the general that someone known as the Azure Knight was rampaging in Europe, he bid his farewell and hurried to the west. Before, when Mitsurugi had been seeking Soul Edge, he had heard rumors of a powerful man like this, but those rumors had stopped after a while. This man would surely be one who could satisfy Mitsurugi's thirst for battle. Alright, so from here, we are still doing our challenge of trying to get to, I forget his name, but we're, what is it? Not Soul Terror. What is the name again? What is the Night Terror? That's what it is. So there's a particular path, of course, that we need for each character, and I believe for Mitsurugi, we need to board a ship for Persia. After arriving in Persia, Mitsurugi headed along the land route to Europe. Along the way, he heard a rumor that an Egyptian temple had been destroyed, and shockingly, that it had been done with a sword. Mitsurugi could not ignore the chance to meet someone that powerful. He headed to Egypt at once.
Anticipation building in his heart, he turns his eyes to the path before him.
Let me give you a taste of my steel. All right, I'm getting pumped up.
Versus Young Sung. Fight!
You ready? Yeah. laugh.
Upon hearing that the person who had destroyed the temple was a man in blue armor, Mitsurugi was certain that it must have been the Azure Knight. His heart was swelling in anticipation of this powerful unknown enemy. Mitsurugi crossed into Europe in search of the Azure Knight. In one city, he successfully contacted someone who was said to know of the Azure Knight. Mitsurugi headed to the clock tower that was to be their meeting place, but he had a bad feeling about it. There had to be a catch.
This is absurd. You are not worthy to find the sword. I shall kill you here and now. You're quicker than I thought. I was wrong about you.
Watch, you'll see just how wrong you are.
Versus Zasalamel. Fight!
Woo!
You win!
How pathetic. Don't make me laugh.
That sword. Do you mean Soul Edge? I place my curse upon you, warrior of the Far East. Without answering the question, the man with the sigh disappeared into the dark shadows. He was a mysterious man, but one thing was certain. He knew something. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and continue to search for the Azure Knight. While gathering information throughout the land, Mitsurugi confirmed that the Azure Knight was named Nightmare, and that his sword was without a doubt Soul Edge. Mitsurugi now had two new clues to follow up: the Azure Knight or Soul Edge. Which one should he look for? After thinking for a while, he came to a conclusion. The Azure Knight. In Europe, the Azure Knight was well known as a powerful warrior. To get information on a warrior, it is best to ask another warrior. Mitsurugi headed for the arena. Surely there would be some amongst the men of strength gathered there who knew of the Azure Knight. Plus, Mitsurugi's funds were dwindling, and he could earn money at the arena. He could kill two birds with one stone.
Now two souls are fiercely entangled.
Don't let your guard down, or you'll die.
This is gonna be great!
Versus Gladiator. Fight! You win!
How pathetic. Don't make me laugh.
Time to die!
Okay, I gotta watch out for this guy. Okay.
You win!
Too easy. Don't waste my time.
This is your last chance to mend your ways.
Versus Dragon. Fight! Knockout.
Woo! Alright.
You win!
You really thought you could beat me with that thing?
Mitsurugi felt like he was being watched. Go ahead and hurry on ahead. There was no one at the arena who knew the location of the Azure Knight himself, but Mitsurugi did hear something of interest. It was said that a battle was brewing in Eastern Europe. The lord of a castle had practiced the dark arts and driven an entire local city into chaos. There was also a rumor that this lord had some sort of connection to the Azure Knight. Upon actually arriving at the castle, Mitsurugi saw for himself the evil aura that surrounded it. He joined the fight.
How foolish of you to anger me. Welcome. Let us celebrate your demise. Take heed. Do not disappoint me. Versus Raphael. Fight. Ring out.
Woo!
You win.
Too easy. Don't waste my time.
After defeating the lord of the castle, who had been transformed into something no longer human, the tide of the battle turned immediately. The combat would soon be finished. As soon as the threat was gone, disputes began over property rights. Disgusted with those people, Mitsurugi left the battlefield. A nameless little island in the Mediterranean Sea, upon hearing rumors that the treasure of the merchant Versi, who was said to have once traveled in search of Soul Edge, lay hidden on this island, Mitsurugi proceeded there in search of clues.
In search of the cursed blade, he wanders the world in silence.
You won't make it through this fight.
Versus Voldo. Fight.
I hate you!
Take this.
No! Do not die! Do not die! No! Wait! No! Oh. Damn, we were so close, man.
You'll regret this.
Versus Voldo. Fight. Ring out.
Oh!
9.
Like I said, in the past, I hate characters like Voldo and Maxi. They're just too unpredictable. It makes it hard to figure out what they're gonna do.
Versus Voldo. Fight. You win.
You thought you could defeat me? How absurd.
Having defeated the Guardian of the Treasure, it now all belonged to Mitsurugi. But he had no interest in anything not related to Soul Edge. Soon he found notes containing information that the merchant had gathered before his death. It appeared that this man never actually obtained Soul Edge. After leaving the island, Mitsurugi heard rumors of a man claiming to be the strongest on Earth. This man boasted that even Soul Edge was no match for him. If this were true, it would make him more powerful than the Azure Knight. Of course, odds were high that this was nothing more than a braggart. Mitsurugi pursued the man who claimed to be the strongest of all, but upon arriving at the location, he heard that the man he sought had been hiding inside a giant labyrinth for some time now. Many people have lost their way in the labyrinth and never been seen again. The local people tried to stop Mitsurugi from going there for his own sake. Upon seeing the fearsome appearance of the labyrinth entrance, Mitsurugi understood why the natives feared it. Mitsurugi lit a torch and stepped inside.
The Almighty Ones have granted you a sword to cut your own path.
Ready?
Li Long, huh?
Versus Unknown Soul. Fight!
Ah, you gotta be kidding me!
9.
Come on.
Versus Unknown Soul. Fight!
Take this.
You lose.
It was nothing personal.
9.
This version of Li Long is annoying because if I'm not mistaken, he has a special ability and that's all of his attacks are considered counters. So of course, if he hits me while I'm attacking him, it does even greater damage. Okay, I'm getting sick of you!
You win.
Not even the King of Hell could stand against my blade.
Were the martial artists seeking the same man Mitsurugi sought? Or were they merely bandits? Whatever the case may be, Mitsurugi proceeded through the labyrinth, fighting off the enemies who attacked him. A gentle flowing breeze alerted him to a nearby exit. His food was running low, and his body was worn out. What to do? Let's head further in. The further in he went, the heavier the air grew. A few moments before, he had started to feel that someone was following him, and that made him even more uneasy. A few moments later, he sensed his pursuer's intent to kill.
She roams the lands, her blade of hatred concealed in purest silk.
Here I come.
My life is not yours for the taking.
Versus Setsuka. Fight!
Too slow! Too slow! Over the line! Scatter and
You win!
That's what you get for showing off, you fool.
he had seen this sword technique before. Mitsurugi, having lived his life crossing swords with countless swordsmen, bore the burden of these grudges. But he could not allow himself to lose. He knew that living by the sword and continuing to win was an act of courtesy towards his opponents. Now, just how deep did this labyrinth go? He wasn't even certain he was heading towards the center, but for now, there was nothing he could do but press onward. In the end, he gained nothing from the labyrinth. Mitsurugi put this land behind him and once again set off in pursuit of Soul Edge and Nightmare. He succeeded in discovering Nightmare's trail and followed it to an isolated cathedral. There, he was shocked by what he saw. In front of the door laid scattered remnants of blue armor. Whoever was inside this cathedral had defeated Nightmare.
I'm impressed that you made it this far. Not bad at all. My dream is about to be realized. You, however, are not worthy of witnessing this glorious moment. Leave this place at once.
Versus Zasalamel. Fight!
Woo!
You win!
How pathetic. Don't make me laugh.
Impressive. I did not expect such power. But I did not come all this way just to die here.
Versus Abyss. Fight!
Take this.
Ring out! You win!
Too easy. Don't waste my time. Is there no one stronger around?
There he is! It's Mitsurugi! Kill him and raise our honor!
Damn.
What?
Too slow. That soul edge in your possession. It's time to hand it over.
Damn. If you want it that badly, come and take it by force.
Alright, y'all. So, that was Mitsurugi's Tale of Soul. And man, we were so close to getting to Night Terror, man. That's alright. Perhaps the next one. Anywho, with that, I believe it's a good place to take a break. So, like and comment on the video. subscribe for more gameplay. And with that, see ya. Peace.